Let's
Let's fucking
fucking go.
go.
Wow. Deadpool and Wolverine. Amazing. My name is AK with the Popcorn Perspective. I'm joined here with Jay. Um, any quick thoughts? What did you think about that trailer?
Well, what a trailer, right? How how is it compared to Deadpool 2? Like how hyped are you with Deadpool
I
2,
think
Deadpool
I
3?
am more hyped with this one.
Okay.
I
Is
think the
it
reason why I'm more
Wolverine?
hyped it, well, that is also, but it's also merging in with Disney and the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the characters I love with Marvel. So I want to see Deadpool and Spider Man on screen together, or like Deadpool and Falcon, or some wild combination. I feel like now that he's finally getting knighted into the MCU, I can't see what to do with them. I can't wait to see what to do with them.
So I'm glad you brought up him joining Marvel and the whole Disney family. What do we think? Is Disney going to water down Deadpool? Is it gonna ruin Deadpool? Deadpool 1 and 2 were excellent
Yeah.
rated R superhero movies. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, I guess that's the major question on everyone's mind right now. Is Disney going to Disneyfy Deadpool? Are they going to dumb down its jokes, make it very elementary PG style humor? I hope not. I have faith that they slightly. I can't say they know what they're doing because unfortunately the last mature project, Echo, in my personal opinion, wasn't the best. It was fun. It was okay, but it wasn't
It
the
was bad.
greatest.
You can be honest. It was bad.
And if that was their first outing of a mature rated R style project, then I am kind of nervous. But the fact that they were able to get they were able to get Hugh Jackman to join gets me a little more hyped or have as a little more optimistic. I'm a little more optimistic because he's in it.
Yeah, so watching this trailer, I'm super hyped. I definitely want
Yeah,
to go watch it. Now, yes, putting the Disney touch to it, it does give me a little bit of pause on
yeah.
how it's going to go. But from everything I've seen in the trailer, they've been dropping the F bombs. Disney's leading into the marketing with it. I think they're going to let it be its own thing. And
One thing that actually caught me off guard, something with you going off of with the marketing, the f bombs. Disney is really not a company that likes to be made fun of, especially in movies and stuff like that. They really don't like their properties to be mocked or joked about. And the fact that they literally had a 10-second end tag on this trailer, but Kevin Feige said we can't say cocaine, we can't reference it. It shows that they're really to be poked fun of themselves, which is what Deadpool needs to be successful. Is
right,
a
they had the whole
scriptwriter,
Frozen
producer.
little.
Yeah, the Frozen
Yeah.
joke, like that gave me pause. I was like, okay, if Disney's willing to make fun of their own properties with Deadpool in mind, it may work out. And the trailer, like you said, everything landed. Everything was funny. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the trailer. So, what do you think? I know you said you're hyped though, but are you afraid of Disney ruining Deadpool?
Yeah, Disney has really lost a lot of my faith in them. So you mentioned Echo. I was really interested in that.
Yeah.
That was a dud. And then the worst Disney show, which I was super hyped for, which was Secret Invasion, was the worst show I have ever
Yes.
seen.
Yes.
So
And the fact that those are the two, I guess, slightly more mature projects they've done so far, and they both were flops, it does give me a little pause. That's my only hesitation.
yeah, but then again, there has also been some good stuff like Loki 2, and
Hmm.
that's all I can think about right now.
I mean, Werewolf at Night was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
Moon Knight was pretty good. So I guess some of
I was
their
thinking, I was
mature
thinking
stuff.
like the most recent, like this year kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, then yeah, I mean, the last couple of years have been kind of tough.
Yeah,
So,
it's been pretty tough.
yeah,
So
but
yeah,
is there
super
anything that
hyped.
stood
I'm
out?
definitely gonna watch it.
Oh, I think so, 100%. I think this is a must watch. I think most fans of comedy in general are going to be watching this just to see what Ryan Reynolds does next. But is there anything after watching this trailer that caught you off guard that you're like, wow, this looks amazing, or something that just caught your eye that you want to see more of?
Okay, so that whole fight scene between Wolverine and Deadpool, where they're just going at it with each other. Deadpool is like shooting Wolverine in his guts, and Wolverine is like taking his
Stabbing
claws
him
into
in
into the into his balls. Yeah, that was
that fight
awesome.
scene. Yeah, I hope it's a long drawn out fight scene. I hope it's not like a 2 minutes we're done. I hope it's kind of like just a nice long drawn out, good 5 6 minutes. Let us sit there and just
Yeah, because so these characters, if anyone is not familiar with Deadpool or Wolverine, they're pretty much indestructible. They'll heal from literally anything.
yeah.
So they can keep going at it for as long as they want, and they're fine.
Exactly. So like I don't mind it being like a 5 minute long epic fight scene, well choreographed, just for the end type being, oh well, we just fucking killed each other. Let's just come back to life in 5 minutes. It's just like
Are
makes it
we
kind of
going to see baby leg Deadpool? Maybe.
oh not again. That's still that was too much. That was oh I forgot about that Deadpool 2. Oh yikes.
How about
Um
you? What did you think of the villain?
Yes, the villain. That's Cassandra Nova, from my if I'm not mistaken. I very vaguely have an understanding of the X Men universe. For those who've watched my X Men breakdown a few days ago, you'll know that I'm trying to get orientated with the X Men characters. But from my understanding, Cassandra Nova is Professor X's sister. That she has the same powers, telekinesis or like mind control. So I'm very curious on how she's going to play into this movie. What is she doing? Is she living in the void? Is that what it looks like? Is that the void?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. It did seem like that, right? With Eliath and all of that.
Yeah, and it looked like that was a giant Ant Man helmet that she's living in, which is something else. That's something that I want to see. That's my most anticipated or like most interested is if that is the void, and is she living in Ant Man's brain? Because that's that's a badass home. I'm not gonna lie, that's a badass home to be living in.
Okay, so let's think of why she would do that. Could she be using that as Cerebros? Because I know Professor X has Cerebros to control
And
all like
what I mean,
connects, right?
cerebrum is what a mind, a brain. So the fact that she's in a brain and X
Pretty
Men
meta.
and Professor X, yeah, it's kind of a play on. I like that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
That was smart. That's good. And
yeah.
then Dogpool. I mean, sure he's not the cutest dog in the world, but that adds to he's
I have
go.
a prediction. I have a
What's
prediction.
that?
We're gonna get introduced to Dogpool, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's so ugly and cute," and then they're gonna kill it immediately, and then it's gonna grow back because it's basically Deadpool. It has the recovering factor as Deadpool.
And that's very much a humor that Deadpool like the movies would have done is they would introduce something ugly, kill it off, have everyone else sympathetic, only to say like, oh, you didn't come. Ron did like 5 minutes ago. Now, now we killed it. You're complaining. I can see them making like a fourth wall joke. It's like, oh, now y'all are whining or now y'all are sobbing. That's what that'd be hilarious. I would be pissed off if they kind of do it the same way they did with Weasel from the Suicide
Oh my
Squad.
gosh!
He's
Yes.
in the first 5 minutes of the movie, then he dies, and then the last 5 minutes, the last end credit scene is him like coming back to life. And if they did that, where they killed him off in this 5 second scene, only for him being in the end credit scene, like being weak bone together.
Good lord, that'd be hilarious. Uh,
um,
anything else that
and
you wanted to mention about the trailer?
yeah, I was wondering because one of the characters looks like one of the agents, the TVA agents. They mentioned that Wolverine was the last of his mutants living in his universe, and he failed them. Um, I was wondering, is that like supposed to be him? I guess is that like a Nexus event? Because that also happened in Logan. That happened also in X Men Days of Future Past, where he's unfortunately always the last mutant because of his life, his longevity, and he's always just seeing these brothers and sisters around him die. So it's like, is him being the last mutant is like an always Nexus event in the MCU universe that we're establishing because we know from Loki, we know from What If that there's always a moment that just can't like if you break it, the timeline merges, which is what Loki was all about. So I was wondering, do you think that might be like a Nexus event for Wolverine as a
So
character?
that's actually really interesting, and I wonder how they're gonna play that into Loki because
Mhm.
Loki is the time weaver at this point, right? So there is technically
Yes,
no Nexus event.
that is true.
He weaves all of them, so they don't have to keep pruning it,
Yeah, yeah. So he
right? So
keeps
everyone
living,
gets
but
to live
yeah,
their
he's
their
holding
life,
them
and everyone has
regardless.
freedom. So yeah, that's really interesting. I wonder if they will bring back Nexus events because yeah, with Eliath there and Cassandra and all of that,
And what's going on in the
that's really
void? Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, will we see Loki?
I feel like you have to. If not Loki, like, and this is something I know I mentioned to you off camera, and this is why I do think we might get Thor making an appearance in this movie because if you don't get Loki, but we do know Loki's pulling or holding everything together, wouldn't it be amazing if we get like a Chris Hemsworth Thor cameo in this movie? And then, so the thing that is the reason why I jumped 18 different characters and went to Thor of all characters I could pick out of the MCU. Is there was a Mad Max Easter egg where you see spacecraft being pulled by motorcycles with the Mad Max inspired clothing on top of the platform. That's very much something that Mad Max has. And who's in the new Mad Max Furiosa movie? Chris Hemsworth. I know I'm doing like 18D chess going on right here, but
You,
Ryan Reynolds likes doing
yeah, that's
stuff.
a Ryan Reynolds move, right? For sure. So if he can't get Chris Hemsworth, he has to get the Frog Thor, which would be hilarious.
I forgot about Frog. Oh man, yeah, that's another thing because when we last saw the Void, we only really ever saw Loki's. I mean, we saw that Frog Thor, but we only saw Loki's surviving in that Void. So now that we're seeing a whole bunch of cast of other people, uh, led by Cassandra Nova, is there? Are we going to see other people who are in the TV show Loki who's been pruned? Who's the judge?
Yeah, Judge Rainslayer, I think.
Yeah,
Is that her?
Yeah, Raina, yeah, it's Rainslayer, yeah. Is she going to be in the show too? Because in the movie, because she was the only one pruned. I mean, does this take place before or after Loki season two? Like, there's so many questions to have
That's a
since they're
good
going with the
point. Yeah.
TVA, they're going with the Void. There's so many questions,
And remember, Mrs. Minutes comes and she's like, "We've got work to do." Right at the end of Loki, and
oh, she does when she's talking
yeah,
to Rainslayer, right?
yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen though. I'll be honest with you. I think
You
there's
know,
too much to unpack with that. I highly doubt they're going to bring that into Deadpool.
do you think? And I guess this is another thing I'm worried about. Do you think all of Deadpool's friends from Deadpool one and two, us seeing them, is that going to be like just that one time we see them? Because he's going to go to TVA. He's going to join TVA. Most likely end up at the Void somehow. Do we? Is that all we're going to ever see of his old cast? Because I will. That would also be sad if that was
Yeah,
all
that would be
going
sad because
away.
I love Colossus, Negasonic,
Negasonic,
Yuki.
Yuki. I apologize.
Yeah,
Yuki.
no, no.
What's the other guy's name? I mean, there's the taxi driver. What's his name?
Oh yes,
I mean,
Dupender, right?
Depender. Yes. I mean, we're Indian. We should know this guy's name. Come on. No, like I hope we see more of his family because
Yeah,
if they all leave, his girlfriend as well. I just feel like it'd be kind of it'll kind of feel I guess empty. I feel like because I feel like
right.
they were a lot of
They
heart
were
and
the
soul in
heart
the
of it.
movies.
So yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
like he was the humor and the drama and the character. Like he had a lot of character growth in the movies, but the people he surrounded himself with kind of made the movie, in my opinion. They're back and
Yeah,
forth towards yeah,
for sure.
but
The Doctor Strange portal. Who do you think that is?
oh yes, good memory. I forgot about that. I don't know. Who do you think? That's I didn't think about who would be pulling it. Who do you think's pulling or calling the portal?
My money is on Ned from Spider Man. Okay, let's think about it. Let's
Such
think
a
about it. Let's say Ned in this universe becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, and that's like the Nexus event. So that's why he's in.
Jesus.
That's why he's in the Void. That'd be hilarious.
No, that would be quite funny. I like that a lot. I mean, who else to welcome Deadpool? What if that is like the last scene of the movie? Is him being pulled into a portal and officially entering our timeline MCU? Who better to pull him in than Wong?
Oh, that'd be nice. I love Wong.
And nobody does not. Everyone likes Wong. There's no one who hates Wong. So just having Wong enter in the X Men, I feel like we just or like the Fox franchise back and like officially welcoming into the MCU. I feel like that would be nice to see as well.
Yeah. All right, dude. As
Um,
last thoughts, any like characters you absolutely want to see, or just like the most Hail Mary
oh,
you
how did
kind of
we?
just want to
Yeah,
see?
how did we not mention Wolverine? Logan, Hugh Jackman is in the gold and blue uniform for the first time ever.
Oh yeah.
He's yeah. How did that slip our mind? This is his first time we get to see him wearing his traditional X Men uh, suits, and I thought it looked fucking fantastic. They nailed it
They
from the
did.
comics to yeah. I don't know why it took us 20 plus years to get it, but I'm glad we got it, and I do hope they don't. My only concern before we wrap it up here is I hope they don't undermine what happened at the end of Logan.
It's a different. It's a different guy, right? It's a different variant.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
but still, Logan was a great rapper for Hugh Jackman, so I just hope they don't
My
ruin
guess
that.
is this version of Logan will continue in the Marvel universe until they find a
Oh,
suitable replacement. So it's kind of like a mentor, kind of waiting for someone to succeed him. Um, I think Marvel needs all the help they can get right now, with a lot of
yeah, and
their old
having
guards
big
moving.
name characters, yeah, having
So
big name characters making a return like Hugh Jackman. We had Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire a
right,
few years ago with Spider Man. So
yeah.
I like the
My
fact that
guess is they're gonna
Sony,
keep Logan, this version
yeah,
of Logan.
and I like the fact that Disney is reaching into the portfolio of movies that has hasn't been like thought of for 20 years, and they're bringing back these characters and these actors. I do like the respect that Marvel is like Disney's giving to these older actors who previously portrayed these characters. It's nice
Yeah.
to see. But anything, any last thoughts on your end?
Yeah, my Hail Mary character is RDJ coming back as a um, mastermind of some sort.
I think we might see something like that in the future, doing like Secret
Right.
Wars or
Secret
something.
Wars would
But
be perfect for him, but even if it's like a end credit or something, I don't know. That
I feel, I
too
feel
soon.
like I think it's too soon to use. I don't think he wants to come back for another five, six, seven movie role. So I think it's too soon to ask RDJ to come back.
I think it'll be sooner than we expect. I don't know.
You think
I get a
so?
feeling. I think he's won his award where he's like he believes in
I'm good
himself
now.
again. Yeah, with Oppenheimer. Now he's like, you know
Yeah,
what? If I come back and do something that I've enjoyed for so many years, why not? So I don't know. I
and
think we'll see him soon.
yeah,
Maybe
uh,
Deadpool is too soon, but I think we will see him soon.
maybe like 2 years. I'll give it 2 years. That I
Okay.
think that way it'll be like a full 8 years since his last appearance, and I think that would be a little more reasonable than like
Okay.
4 or 5 years in. But we'll
I
see.
can I can see him in a few years coming back as like a Nick Fury role.
That'd be kind of cool. I would
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? If our fans here with the pop culture perspective can keep us alive for another 2, 3 years, maybe we can get our prediction correct somehow or somewhere. So, like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed the trailer like we did, please let us know what your thoughts are. Any theories that you have, post it below. Thank you.
All right. Peace.